Here I am sitting on a video call, interviewing someone who I'm hoping is going to be able to do one of the pivotal roles in my company. Now, I don't have a resume and I don't have notes. I just want to have a conversation because this pivotal role runs one of the most complex systems in our company, which is called the viral social stacking system, whereby 70 pieces of content are created by a 10-minute video and is distributed into hundreds of networks. So it's pretty pivotal and very complex. And you can't actually create a job title for it. You have to just see if this person is going to be able to do it. Now, having this conversation with a person who doesn't know, who is simply spectacular, and it matches my needs completely and understand. Now, after 7 months of really just trying to figure it out, picked it up, and got it going with it. Great. The challenge here is that our businesses don't fall into the appropriate titles. And in many ways, we need to look, instead of what we're doing for titles, we need to look for what work the job that needs to be done. And sometimes you can't even explain that. My conversation went around, well, there's a lot of spreadsheets and there's a lot of materials going back and forth, and you're kind of a point person behind it. I was looking for someone who was organized, who liked to deal with those kind of minutiae, and could keep multiple things going at the same time. This is not my strong point. She was one of the best at ever doing that and still works with us today. We're blessed to have her. Interestingly enough, Tesla's biggest competitive advantage isn't really technology. It's their policy of hiring doers instead of degree holders. While your competitors fight over candidates with perfect resumes, companies using task-based hiring to access the talent pool is over 400% larger and 60% more effective. How many game-changing employees are you missing because you are filing job titles? Organizations still hiring by titles see a 43% higher turnover rate and 67% lower innovation rates. Every traditional job posting makes you just limiting your options. It's sending the best potential talent straight to your competitors who focus on their capabilities instead of their credentials. How many times have we said, I need an X, Y, and Z, and instead of listing out the requirements they have, they list credentials and titles. If you focus on exactly what you need to do and exactly who you want done, that will change everything. In fact, if you hire them for the exact task they need to do, they will flourish because if they resonate with that task, they can expand instead of pushing back. We hired a gentleman who was trying to make ends meet, and he offered to do graphic images for a ludicrously small amount of money. I had a conversation with him, and he was interested in learning. And in fact, he was so interested in learning that he said, well, if any training materials you can send me, I'll try. And I opened up my training system to him, and he had no understanding of web development, he had no understanding of the technology behind it, but he loved math. And in the beginning, it was a little rocky, and his graphics weren't great, but he taught himself all web development. And he taught himself SEO, and he taught himself because he loved the quantitative side of things. And it became more and more important to him to become valuable to the company. And as he became more valuable to the company, we were able to increase his financial remuneration. And this allowed him to stabilize in his house. And he was the breadwinner for him and his mother. The thing that I was interested in is he was going to get things done. And he did. He got the little things done. And as he learned, he got it done more and more. We've been together now for 5 years, and he has moved his status, and he's in a more secure position, and he's expanding his ability to work, and he's expanding his ability to take care of his family. And that was because I didn't hire him because he didn't have a title. I hired him because he could get things done, and he was interested. And that was much more valuable than anything else. I've benefited almost entirely on the ability to define the tasks that I absolutely need, either for myself or for my company, and then hired for that. I don't particularly care if you have a degree or not. I don't care if you have experience or not. I want you to be interested and excited about the tasks involved. My bookkeeper is one of my favorite people because honestly, I don't like it. It's not something I do well, and I struggle with it. And it's one of the things I need to continue to work on as an entrepreneur. but she loves it. She finds it's exciting. She finds it never-ending adventures in the books and to prove things and to show things and to make them all work out. And I love that because I hate it. Absolutely hate it. She does it so well. Is she the most qualified? Did she have the best resume? Absolutely not. But she is so good at what she does. It is a pleasure to work with her. And it's great fun to watch her get excited about doing things and working on it, collaborating things. I want to encourage you to hire by task, not by title. I want to encourage you to find the people who are excited about the work that they do, not necessarily the work that has to be done, the work that has to be done in a title. So if you find people that are good at what they do and give them the ability to train up, they'll be with you, they'll stick with you, and they'll honor you for doing it. If you're just hiring a project manager because your projects are going off track, you're going to get someone who has a title, but may not be as excited about the process. Project management is something that I'm fully a fan of and I've spent a lot of time with, but you got to be careful that you don't call them a project manager, because you don't want them to manage the project, you want them to get stuff done. We actually have changed all the titles. My title in the company is the momentum. It doesn't mean anything to anyone other than the group that we work with. And they understand that I'm the momentum. I'm the one that keeps them. I'm not going to encourage you to change your titles, and I'm not going to encourage you to not use the system, but start looking for the tasks, not the title. When you're looking for people, when you're looking for things to do, when you're looking for people to do things in your community and in your organization, do it by task. Are you good at looking for people who are excited about, looking for people who are interested in these three things? And it takes a little longer, and you have to define those tasks a little more clearly. But creating those tasks and then offering them to do it for a paid test is one of the best ways I've found to see how well they work together and how well that is. And if they get excited about it and they go above and beyond, that's the indication that you need to be doing this. And that's the indication that you need to really expand how you're doing that. You'll find better people, it'll take slightly longer, but it's absolutely worth it. What's the task that you have the most trouble finding? What I'd like you to do is write that down and put it in the comments. You know, we never know what we're looking for. What tasks are you having the most trouble finding? Is it because you haven't defined it, or is it because people aren't out there? Let's start the conversation. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Want to transform your business with expert strategies? Schedule your strategy session today by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Ventured Gain. See you in the next video.